No problem, sweetie.
Okay, I see it.
You see it?
All right, I'm live now.
Okay, we are officially live. Are you ready? Jahsyr?
Okay, hold on. Just 1 minute.
Go ahead. Okay, we are.
Oh, I was gonna wait until you. I was gonna wait until you put up the drums.
That's gonna take a while. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. I'm
You
ready.
ready? Okay, so I am sharing the live to our pages. I'm also tagging your parents. So let me do that real quick. And as soon as
Okay, and my dad should be joining in a little bit.
yeah, he already emailed me, so I know that he'll be on real soon. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, everyone has been tagged. You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I can hear you. And so with that, I just need to approve one more post. And now with that, sometimes you're gonna see me look down at my
Oh no, I
phone.
don't got no headphones.
Can you hear me? Every once in a while, you'll see me look down at my phone. That's only because I'm checking our comments section in case anyone has questions for you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So let me do this last thing. And all right. I am all ready. Are you ready?
What'd you say?
You ready?
Huh?
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, and your dad just got in, so we'll let your dad come in, okay? Brother T, can you hear me?
Huh?
I'm talking to your dad. I think he's on mute though.
I can't hear you.
Hold on. Brother Terrence, can you hear me?
What?
Okay. I was talking to your dad. Did your volume just change, Jahsyr?
I don't know what's happening. I can't hear you on the phone.
Okay, take a breath. Take a breath. It's all right.
Huh?
Put the phone closer to you. So take it off of the dashboard.
Okay.
All right. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. So have it off the dashboard and just try and keep your hand as still as possible the whole time so you can hear me.
Okay.
All right. Brother Terrence, we're getting started right now.
Wait, my dad's in?
Yep, he's
Okay.
in. He's in. So when he'll chime in when he's ready, but we're all on you, okay? This is your time to talk about your juice.
Kind of. Yes, signed up all the way.
We're gonna roll with the Crystal. It's all right. We're gonna roll with it. It's fine.
That's better.
All right. Welcome everyone to Natural Weed Community Hour of Power. I hope you all are well. I am very excited for today's Community Hour of Power. We have with us the men of the Berry family. We have Jahsyr Berry and Terrence Berry. I will introduce them in one quick moment. But first, we're just gonna center ourselves as it is that we normally do and just take a minute to breathe. So right wherever you are, I invite you to get comfortable in your seat and just take a couple deep breaths. We're gonna breathe out and breathe in. And we're going to breathe out and breathe in. And as you breathe out, just imagine yourself breathing out nervousness and breathing in confidence. And breathe out worry and breathe in love. And just go with that same pattern as I'm talking, and just think about the things that bring you joy and the things that bring you just love and smiles and laughter, and know that you are good. Know that you are more than well, and all things are just wonderful. That life is good no matter what is going on. We are good. We are great. We are a strong, wonderful, capable people. And it is a joy to just be young, gifted, and Black, to be Black and proud, to celebrate our resilience and our strength and our African culture. And so take one more deep breath in and one more deep breath out. And just allow yourself to come back into this space. And so, with that, again, greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining the Natural League Community Hour of Power. We are so excited to have with us Jahsyr. I am going to read his bio really quickly, and then we're going to go right into our interview. So, Jahsyr Young Quest Berry is an 11-year-old entertainer and entrepreneur from Compton, California. Jahsyr has always been a natural performer that loves to rap and play the drums with his drumline, the Drummers of Compton, who were recently on season 15 of America's Got Talent. So whether he is in the kitchen establishing new recipes or on the stage electrifying the crowd with his rap skills, Jahsyr has always been passionate about using his creative gifts to make other people happy. He loves to cook and entertain family and friends. Jahsyr started creating his own all-natural organic fruit juices and lemonades. One day during the quarantine, his mother Kelly threw all the unhealthy and sugary drinks away. So that day, he went through the kitchen to find all the tasty and nutritious ingredients he could muster up to make the best possible juice to quench his thirst. Once he was done mixing and blending up the right ingredients, this led him to launch Jah's Juices and never look back. Jahsyr's parents knew he had a young business mind when he started a yard sale at the age of 7 and sold the majority of his toys. As a member of the Berry family, Jahsyr has always been subject to hard work and dedication. He spent his whole life observing his parents, Kelly and Terrence Berry, operate their nonprofit organization, One Shine Youth and Community Services. His involvement in the leadership workshops and his ability to pay attention to detail has enhanced his drive to set up some amazing goals for his business venture. And with that, we say hello, welcome to Jahsyr. We are so excited for you to talk about yourself. As we see, you stay busy because you just told me you are just finished practice, and here you are ready for Community Hour of Power. So we're so grateful for you. So with that, tell me a little bit about yourself. What is something that we all should know about Jahsyr?
Well, one thing you should know about me is I love what I do when I make juices and stuff. Like you said, my mom threw away all those sugary and high fructose corn syrup drinks, and so I just found lemons, agave, and some water and raspberries inside of our kitchen, and I just made that. And then after that day, I knew that I could do. I knew that I could do that for a living.
Yeah. So, what made you know that you could do it for a living instead of just having it for yourself since your mom threw all of the juices and sugary drinks away?
Well, when the quarantine first started, I used to just make them for myself, but then I started making them for my step grandmother, and she loved them, so she started to contact other people to let them know about it. And then one day we had this fro bar. It was a health and wellness event, and I sold my juices there, and I made a lot of money. So then I realized if I could sell more, then that could be a full on career.
That could be a full on career. So, with that, do you just have one flavor?
Oh no, the flavors I have is mango, original, strawberry, blueberry, and strawberry mango. I
Oh,
mean,
that's
at first when I first started making them, I used to make every flavor, mixed berry, even especially in the summertime. I made watermelon flavor.
that's really nice. So why did you stop the watermelon flavor?
Well, I stopped the watermelon flavor because now um watermelons aren't in season anymore and they just taste pretty gross now.
Yeah, they do. They're not in season. So that's actually a very smart business decision for you to make in terms of now it can be like a limited summertime edition so that your juices continue to taste good. So now have you been able to sell this to more than family and friends outside of health events?
Yes, yes this week I have a full rush on lemonade.
The full
I have
rush. What does that mean?
bottles. I This week I'll be selling lots of lemonades.
That's good. So in a typical week, how do you get ready to sell your Jaja juices? Do you take the orders? Do you have help? Do people help make it? What goes on in a week? Monday through Friday in terms of your juices.
Well, first things first, the week before I I order bottles on Amazon so they don't have to be there later in the next week. So and then my father, he takes me to the store. We buy all the ingredients. We usually go to farmers market to get our ingredients because we like our stuff fresh. And I mean, I usually don't have people help me, but if people like see it and exciting for them to watch, they want to help out. So yeah, it and it's really fun for me.
What makes it fun?
Well, it's fun for the process, like the stirring, the blending, the mixing, the squeezing, and then the final product. It just tastes so delicious, and I know people will love it.
That's really amazing and just really happy to hear because you should enjoy what you do. Where do you see this going? Do you see yourself only doing juices? Will you continue? Like, where do you see this going?
Well, I told my parents that I want my career. I want to be a chef. So what I'm doing right now at the moment is I'm making money off of lemonade. So later in the future, I can have enough money to buy my own space. I'll open up a restaurant in Compton.
Okay, so you're not just spending the money that you make from the juice business. You
No,
actually are, you're,
I
no,
invest.
oh no, you said invest. Talk to me about this invest.
Well, investments. I invest my money into the future, like future lemonade orders, future bottles, and future business.
Why?
Well, I know as a kid, people would think that I'll spend my money on like Fortnite or candy and stuff, but no, because I like making more for people. Cause usually if I sell out, people will always ask, "Where's the juices? Where's the juices?"
And so how does it feel when people are asking for your juices?
It makes me happy because I know that they love it and it's healthy.
That's good. You have a question. One of your questions is, are any of your drinks hot?
Hot.
Yes. So can your drinks be in can you use like hot water and now it's like a warm drink, kind of like apple cider on Christmas or something like that?
I can easily do that. That's
Easily do that?
that's a possibility.
That's a possibility. Have you done it?
No, I haven't tried it before, but like last week I made some apple juice and it was warm.
Okay, so that means you know that you can figure out how to make Jaja juices hot and warm, like a nice soothing drink.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to look forward to, I'm going to look forward to tasting your hot drink. That's going to be really, really exciting. Another question you have is, how is a typical drink made? So I know you mentioned squeezing and mixing and things like that. And we don't want you to tell any of your special secret process, but if you could just give us like a general idea of how Jaja's juices are made.
Well, first things first, everything is all natural, no preservatives, nothing fake or nothing too sugary. And first things first, I have this little lemon squeezer. I put the lemon on it and then I just twist it, and then that like gets all the juices out of it. And then I add water, and then I add a special sweetener that I have, and then bam, the final product. And so, and for like other flavors like blueberry and strawberry, what I would do is I'll get frozen fruit. I'll blend it up with water and herbs, and then I would add the puree into the lemonade.
Mm. That sounds good. That sounds like a quite like a process, and it sounds like it's really time consuming. Do you think it's time consuming? Like it takes a lot of time?
My parents think that.
They do.
Well, if I could just add, last night he tried to start a batch of the lemonade at about 11:30, and it usually takes him about an hour. And
30 minutes.
we're all getting ready for bed, and this guy's like, "Oh, I have 10 orders. I have 10 orders. I have to make some more," because he has recently gotten a lot of orders. People are buying like 10 bottles, or they want to try every flavor. So there is definitely a process to it. And as his business grows, I've been talking to him a little bit about maybe hiring his little sister, or just expanding the process so that he can develop something that can be a little more easier for him as he begins to grow.
Mhm. So we're Jahsyr is talking in terms of like time management because as we said before, you just got done with practice with for the drummers of Compton. You write your own songs, different things like that. So you have to kind of like have a schedule even with your orders and be efficient in your time while not also completely burning out. So what do you think about that?
Well, usually, I would start on my lemonade when I get home at around like 7 o'clock maybe, and then I'll try to get as much as I can done up to whenever my parents tell me to go to bed.
Okay. You have another question. It says, do you have a weekly or monthly goal for how many drinks your business will sell?
Um, well, one thing I told my parents is when we were on America's Got Talent, I thought we were going to win, and the goal was if we won, they out of the $1 million, each drummer and diva would get $46,000, and monthly and goalie, like my goal is to at least make over $1,000 with my lemonade business.
So every month you want to make $1,000. So let's change that. So we're not talking about your money all over the air and change that to how many bottles of Jaja's juices would you like to sell each month?
Usually in 1 week, I could sell probably like 300 or 200 bottles.
A week?
Yep. People buy them like each. Some days I'll have 10 orders of each flavor, and like 12 ounce bottles and 10 16-ounce bottles.
I see your dad smiling. You want to hop in there, Dad?
You know, it varies. To be completely honest, like we weren't prepared for him to really get the volume that he's been getting. So we've had to kind of move some things around to adjust it. Like right now, he came off of a week in which he was backed up with orders, and we weren't expecting people to come buy a couple, then come back and ask for 10. So we're still trying to work out what the numbers look like. You know, is rather new for us all. But one thing that I will say is that he's been very attentive in learning the business side and wanting to find out how to, one, maintain a quality product, and also recognize the logistics. Like he said, he's investing back into his business. So he's decided what percentages are going to go back into the business first and foremost. And then as he's continuing to grow, you know, he's setting these new goals, and he's setting his goals high. And I can't be mad at that because he's speaking it into existence, and the manifestation of his words, we teach him, you can make it come to life. So he's really passionate about this. And I feel like if he wants to make $46,000 because he felt like that's what he should have got from America's Got Talent, you know, then I'm going to encourage him to do so. But I'm also going to show him how to manage it correctly and make sure that he's pacing himself and being realistic. You know, like he's definitely from a family of dreamers. So we have to always, you know, like reach for the stars. But, you know, if we come up a little short, just know that we're still on a positive note about it all. So
This is I'm, as you all know, I'm smiling. We've known each other for quite some time now.
we love you, Miss TJ.
When Jahsyr said he was 11, I said, "Oh,
Right.
okay." Jahsyr, I knew you before you were born, man. And so to see this come to fruition, it's just beautiful. You know, the bio mentioned one shine, and just to see the fulfillment and see how you all operate as a family has just been beautiful. And so, you know, Mr. Jahsyr, Mr. Berry, we are just fully encouraging this and are excited to see how Jaja Juices goes. You guys have another question that says, how does one purchase a drink?
Well, right now a I have a Instagram, and I just posted something for the sales this week. The Instagram username is Jaja, that's JAHJAH underscore juices. And you could contact me through Instagram. Um, Me and my dad are working on shipping lemonade, but usually at the moment, I usually sell at my youth studio, and sometimes people come by my house to pick it up.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if they message, you want to add on to that?
I was
Ken?
just going to say, you know what? We have done some deliveries. We have done, you know, the youth center. He sets up shop at our youth center. So you can also go to our One Shine Youth Services Instagram, as well as Jaja Juices. And we're planning a pop-up shop soon, with, of course, with all the precautions from CDC and social distancing. But we're going to set up a pop-up shop at our youth studio and allow the experience to kind of happen. And maybe we'll get those ciders out there as well, because we're getting cold weather. So
Getting cold weather, yes. I'm bundled up now. I'm gonna deviate, but not deviate for a quick second, because I don't want to take away from this opportunity that we have to speak on this. As many people know, in social media and different places and things like that, a lot of times when we start talking about Black men, Black youth, Black fathers, there is a stigma or a negative a negative kind of conversation. But here we have an opportunity to just see a father's son relationship that is positive, helping with business and encouragement and things like that. So I just want to take a moment and acknowledge that we see this. We see this relationship, and we see the growth and the maturity and the pouring into Jassyr's life. And so I just want to say, like, it's wonderful to see, and thank you. And if you just wanted to speak on that real quick, Mr. Barry Terrence, go ahead.
Well, I truly want to thank you for that acknowledgement, and I want to commend you for what you're doing, because the natural wheat community and just community in general is so important to us as a people right now. So I think it's key for us to continue to support each other in these spaces in which community we're growing individually and as a whole, we're uniting.
I think you're cutting out real quick, Terrence. Hold on.
For the best like investments into us.
You kind of shaky. We'll hold on real quick. For those of you who are watching online, if you can comment in the chat box if you can still hear us, or if it's skipping. Okay, you're not frozen anymore on my end. Go ahead, let's see if it works real quick.
No, I was just stating that it's so important to continue to push forward community. I love what you're doing with the natural wheat community and us with One Shine. It's very important that we live for today but plant for tomorrow. And that's what Jahsyr is. He's definitely he's the harvest of a seed that we planted. And even like you mentioned, like you were there when he wasn't even born, and just to see that we have continued to just try to put him in the best possible space for him to know that he can conquer anything and he can do whatever he puts his mind to. So we want to continue to support your movement, and we thank you for this opportunity for him. But as a Black man raising a young Black man in the state of the climate in this country right now, it's very important that I continue to pour into him and also teach him to pour into his community as well. And that's what's key for us. We're really focusing on knowing that each one can teach one, and that we must continue to cultivate who we are as a people, regardless of what our age is. And now he's focused on, learning more about health and wellness and sharing that with his peers. He didn't mention that his juices also have immunity boost properties, in which he has some secret ingredients from his mom's health cabinet that he adds. I think he might have mentioned zinc and some vitamin C and some elderberry and some different things like that. So it's not just fructose corn syrup or something that's not good for your body. I think the key reason for him doing, this is because he made being healthy fun to himself, and he's sharing that with his friends. And I think that's good for us as a community to know that, hey, we can have goodness that works for our wellness as well. So I think that's key. But I truly thank you and I appreciate it. And I know, did you want to chime in on that at all, Jahsyr?
No, not really.
You
Okay.
sure?
Yeah.
Okay, but I do have a question for you, okay? What does One Shine Youth and Community Services mean to you?
It's usually, to be honest, I grew up on it. I grew up knowing what community is, what sharing is. My parents have always welcomed people into their lives. We have a lot of God cousins and God siblings. We have my God sister Kiana, my God brother Isaiah, my God sisters Miyoshi and Kaya, and Kolshan. And One Shine is basically if someone doesn't have a family to go around, they come to us.
That's good. That's good. So Mr. Barry Terrence, for those who don't know, can you just give a brief spill on what One Shine Youth and Community Services is?
Sure. So my wife, Kelly, Professor Barry, and we had a vision meeting when we first met each other. And we talked a lot about purpose and passion and combining our gifts to help encourage the youth that we were serving. We actually met in a job interview in which I was interviewing Kelly. And throughout that job interview, we had an experience in which it was almost like a divine meeting that we were having. From there, we began to continue to work with the youth in a capacity that was somewhat non-traditional. We didn't really fit in a lot of different places because of our passion and our ability to feel like we could change the world. And I don't think we were necessarily trying to change the world, but God spoke to us and let us know that we had to help establish a counterculture that to counter the culture that was destroying our young people, whether it be through gang violence, drugs, alcohol, or just lack of knowledge of self. So we continue to just um, plant seeds into this vision, and this vision pretty much became a nonprofit organization. And we like to call it like domestic missionary work because we're in Compton or we're in Long Beach and the surrounding cities here. And a lot of people will go do missionary work in another country, but we have a lot of young people here that are in the communities in which we were raised and we grew up in, that we just drive by any intersection and we see something going on. But we have dedicated our lives and our business now to really make sure that we're able to help provide resources and more so just a tribe to encourage them to believe in themselves and their abilities. So we teach leadership through the arts. And for us as being a creative people, our key is to constantly help the young people know that they can set goals and dreams and they can use their gifts to make room in their lives. And that's what we're doing. We're just, we're really dedicated to it. We're excited about us continuing to grow. We're still in the young stages of the organization, but we have so many people that we've impacted and so many more that we want to impact. And I think one beautiful thing is we've been able to establish amazing partnerships with some people who have visions that intersect. And we're truly, just looking forward to making the most of the time that we're living in to help young people flourish. And why not our children as well? They grew up in this, and this is pretty much like my son said, this is all he knows. It's a part of his life and it's a part of his upbringing. But, it's really about empowering the community. And we're grateful for the village that we've been able to establish, our families, and the youth that we serve. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Of course, I could keep going, but
Right. I mean, that's what happens when you're passionate about something. You just start to, it's fun to talk about. It's a joy. It's almost not even, it doesn't even feel like work
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah,
And then when you see the fruition, I remember when you guys were talking about One Shine Youth Services and figuring out how to make it a nonprofit, and that
right,
part pain, right? Like the paperwork behind the scenes. But when you start looking at the development of the kids, when you start seeing that your own kids, are starting their businesses and what happens from it in a way where their confidence just shines. So Brother Jahsyr, Mr. Jahsyr, I was perusing Facebook one day some months ago, and I see you in a picture just being an MC on stage at this peace rally. Can you talk about that? I believe at that when you're on stage, you're going by Young Quest, but can you just talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, it was youth peace rally. It was a peaceful protest. Before the protest, we just had a couple of performances. I was one of them. We had praise dances, we had singing, we had poetry, and everybody there was expressing their feelings.
What was the peaceful protest about?
Um, it was basically the Black Lives Matter protest, except it was peaceful. and the police were a part of it.
Okay. And what were you singing? What I mean, rapping. Like what was your role? What did you perform?
I was just rapping uplifting songs that will lift the people their spirit.
Were they your songs?
Yes.
So you write.
Mhm.
Are you on Spotify, SoundCloud? Is this becoming a career? Or are you just kind of write and when the opportunity comes, you share your gift?
Yeah, when the opportunity comes.
Are you gonna pursue or you're just gonna keep it the way it is and focus on your juices?
I really want to focus on my juices because I can make more money off of that, and it's a lot more funner.
I love the honesty. I love the honesty, and that is great. Don't let anyone take it away from you. If that is the reason why you want to focus, and you said it's fun for you and you can make money from it, you're investing into the future, stick with that. Don't let anyone take away, like, you shouldn't do it. Just go for it because you can do it. As you said, you want to do 300 bottles a week. That is going to happen. You're going to put in the work for it and the prayers, and it's just going to happen. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. I'm sure your parents are excited to see the growth and the development in you and what you're doing. So that is going to be just absolutely amazing. How can people learn more about One Shine?
I'm gonna have him answer that.
They can find us at www.oneshineyouth.com. You could also look us up on IG under One Shine Youth or at the Divas of Compton, at the Drummers of Compton. And you could also check us out on YouTube if you just Google Divas and Drummers of Compton, AGT, if you want to see our season 15 semifinal performance. But yeah, the website can definitely get you in touch with us at any of our social media handles, oneshineyouth.com.
Is the one the number one?
Yeah, it's numeral one. I'm sorry. It's numeral one, SHINEYOUTH.
Okay, I just put that in the comment box. And for those who just joined wondering about the juices, right now you can order via Instagram. I am pinning the Jaja underscore juices to this live right now. And then you can also you can message my Natural Week community and we will help you get in touch with Jaja juices as well. Brother Tim, if you're still watching this, I saw you on earlier. If you could pin the comment, my phone is not letting me pin the comments anymore for the live, having technical difficulties over here. But that is how you can purchase the juices. And again, we are just so excited to really support our youth. As the title said for Community Hour of Power today, it's called The Children Will Lead. And Jahsyr, I believe that you are one of the ones who will lead, and you are able to lead in health and wellness in your juices, but also lead in terms of also being business savvy and having a business mindset and understanding what that means. So going into the final round of segment before we wrap up, America's Got Talent has been mentioned a few times. Drummers of Compton and Divas of Compton has been mentioned a couple times. Jahsyr, tell us about Drummers of Compton, please, and your experience on season 15 of America's Got Talent.
Well, the Drummers of Compton, it's a drum line for men and women, and it just helps develop confidence, and it's basically music education. And the experience on America's Got Talent, it was fun. It was an ability to show the world what One Shine is all about. it showed how much talent the youth could have, and we did the performance because we wanted to inspire the other youth, so they could know that this could be them.
And what's your role in the Drummers of Compton?
I am a bass player.
What does that mean?
Um, it's the biggest and loudest drum.
Ah, the biggest and loudest drum. And did you choose that or it chose you?
Um, I chose it.
You chose it?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. And if you could fill in Brother Terrence.
Yeah, we have an amazing coach. Actually, Jahsyr, he has been drumming since he was a little kid, and we have an amazing coach by the name of Coach Crystal, who has been a teacher. So the youth are not only just learning, the art of drumming, but they're learning musicianship. So they're learning to read and write music, and it's really just complementary to the divas. We give it a whole HBCU style mixed with a twist of Southern California drum, drill, majorette type of vibe. And it's just something in which, we're so happy. It gives the young people an opportunity to have, a group of performers that they work with. It creates sisterhood and brotherhood in which, they support each other. And, Jahsyr actually, um, I totally remember later on in the day that he had, with his drummers, he had a performance, a recording tonight for a church. And I thought he was at the house with my wife, and found out that he got picked up by his coach because he was one of the drummers that was featured in a performance with the church, and they had to do some recording for um, a virtual, I guess, like, I don't like to say performance, but it was a virtual performance that will be featured at a local church here in Los Angeles. He's actually with Coach Crystal and using her phone right now. So make sure you tell Coach K I said I appreciate
We're
her
gonna have
and
to.
thank
I think. Let me see. What time is it?
You go,
you. Yeah.
we're wrapping up soon. I see the time. It's 6:45. How much time did Coach Crystal say you had left?
Um, Probably like 5 or 10 more minutes because she has to be somewhere at 7.
No problem.
Oh,
No problem. It'll all work out. No problem. Okay.
Okay.
So that is great. You have a comment. I just watched the Drummers of Compton video from the
I
website
think
Fire. Go ahead, Jahsyr.
I think they're coming to say that she's about to go.
No worries. No worries. If you have to log out, your dad and I will wrap it up. We're just excited that we got to hear about your juices and everything. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
So Brother Terrence, people are already going to the website and checking out the video. So we are excited, and we hope that this also gets some traffic to One Shine, because as you said earlier, this is this is what we do, right? This
yeah.
is
Yeah.
this is what it's about. And for those who are watching, this is where you get to see the fruits of your labor, right? You get to see the fruition and what it means when we're pouring into our kids, and it's not an education that demeans them, and it's not an education that dehumanizes them, but they're learning about themselves. And not only are they learning about themselves, but they're learning about their culture and how to express it and how to use it for themselves while going in. So we also thank you. They already recommended it to some of their students. So as we wrap up, do you have any final words, thoughts at all?
Yeah. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you for being who you are. You have definitely been a pillar in the community. Kelly and I are extremely proud of what you're doing. We're so grateful for you. We know that you have touched a lot of lives. And I remember when we first met you and Kelly was wobbling in the classroom, and, and all those different things. And just to see, how much you've grown and how much you've poured into our community and our people. So you're definitely a pillar, and we appreciate you. We're so grateful. We love the way that we always talk about how we want to make our ancestors proud, and you're definitely doing so.
Thank you.
And Kelly told me to tell you hello.
Yes.
And and I just thank you for inviting Jahsyr, because he's definitely growing. He's a very inquisitive young man, and he's bright, and he's challenging me to grow as a father. This parenthood doesn't come with an instruction book. So with the world that we're living in, it's important that I'm hands-on, and he gives me such pleasure in being hands-on with raising a strong young man of color. And I think ideally, that responsibility is something that I'm grateful for, and I recognize to whom much is given, much is required. And he makes it easy sometimes, but the challenges that we face are really how we can continue to elevate as a people, and we challenge ourselves to be creative in doing so. So not only in our household, but also with our organization. And sometimes, it takes us to get out of our comfort zone, and that's what we're helping our children and the young people we serve do, especially in the time that we're living in right now. Like everything that we're doing with One Shine, it's very strategic, it's very careful. We practice all the CDC guidelines, we're temperature reading, we're masking, we're doing all these things. But our young people need an outlet. And I'm sure because I'm sure you've been, instructing online, and we're just trying to give them that feel in which they can feel like they're a part of something, because a sense of belonging is all we need sometimes. And we're so grateful. And like the key word is community, and that's why we're here with you tonight, because community is everything, and we have to honor it, we have to cultivate it, and we have to make sure that we play our parts. And we thank you for playing your part, and we're grateful that you're allowing us to be a part of your platform so we can play our part as well.
From the first time Kelly decided that I was going to sit next to her as she wobbling in the class, or watching Jahsyr so she could go to another class after he was born, we were instant family. You have a couple more comments. One thing that Jahsyr said earlier was, One Shine is all he knows. So his sense of community is embedded, and that was very encouraging to hear, because I believe that one of the ways in which our community will heal is when community becomes like second nature. And that is just so important, and we are grateful. Just as thank you saying ancestors proud, I appreciate you all make the ancestors proud, and we're in this together, and we're going to continue to do this work. Please give Kelly my love. Can't wait to see her and hug her again, and the family, and can't forget about Miss Anaya at all. So as you say, you grow and learn and all of that, but it's always a joy seeing your family online, seeing how they're doing. And I know that we will be well. I know that we will be more than well. And One Shine is more than well. Natural We is more than well. And we will continue to do this and give our children the community that they need. So we're so excited. With that, Community Hour of Power is wrapping up and coming to an end. Just real quick, a couple of announcements. Please check out One Shine Youth and Community Services. The website is in our comments. Natural We has our Thanksgiving community feeding on Saturday, this coming Saturday at New Providence Baptist Church. Please come get a hot meal. It is completely COVID safe, all of that from 11 to 1. Finally, you all have seen on our social media, we now have shirts. We have t-shirts that say Natural We Community and we are more than well on the back. Please feel free to purchase a shirt. Purchasing a shirt goes towards our efforts to raise $5,000 by the end of 2020, so we can continue with what we're doing and also expand with the wellness program and a summer educational program for the youth. And I don't think I am missing anything. If I'm missing anything, Tim, our wonderful, wonderful associate director, will put it in the comments. And with that, thank you so much. Oh, next week, our guest for Community Hour of Power is Candace Henry. It's going to be a great talking about breast cancer awareness and health and fitness as Black women. So we are very, very excited for that. And with that, I hope you all have a great, great evening, a great rest of the week. Terrence, the Berry family, One Shine, Drummers of Compton, Divas of Compton, we love you. We appreciate you. Everyone have a great evening and know that you are more than well. Take care.